Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I got a quick guide for you guys on this new DLC, the new Mansions Prigs Luxury Real Estate DLC, and this guide will help you tremendously with your businesses. So if you're a big business guy like me, you will really appreciate this change. There's a big change in here that actually helps a lot of businesses out. I'll spend most of the day today testing this, and I will also have the story missions, the Avi Schwartzman story missions up later tonight. So if you want to check those out, they'll be up later tonight. If you do find videos like this helpful, please do drop a like because they do help me make more content like this. But anyways, if we go into our mansion and we go into the mansion services on that AI touchpad panel thing on the screen, you'll see this specifically here, business production boost, and it says temporarily increase the production speed at one of your businesses. So what does this do exactly? What this does is it speeds up production in the business that you choose by 66%. Which means that whatever business you choose, it will only take 1/3 of the time it normally takes to produce that. And I'll show you a few examples, I'll show you proof of this, and I'll also show you some calculations. But we have a bunch to choose from. We have meth, weed, cocaine, counterfeit cash, document forgery, weapons, which is bunker, and acid lab, and these only appear if you do have these businesses, but I recommend that you have these businesses regardless. These are the passive businesses that produce based on supplies. Now, I recommend to always buy supplies for these businesses, and again, the reason I recommend to buy supplies is because while they are producing, you can do something else. You can do heists, other types of missions, even like, the manual businesses, like the cargo businesses. So you can do other things while these businesses produce. Time is money. And a lot of people don't think much of this boost upgrade, but it is helpful. For anyone grinding, I'm telling you, this is going to make a big difference because they only look at money. They don't look at anything else, but I also look at time. Time is money. And if you can now sell that business 3 times that you could sell that business in the same exact time frame. So let me actually show you guys this example right here. The business I decided to boost here is I boosted the cocaine business because I knew the cocaine business was the fastest and most profitable, out of all the MC businesses. And it was also my favorite MC business. And I know people are moving around really quick here, but I basically just fast forwarding this clip by 5 times. Make sure to look at the timer on my phone right there so you just see that time is advancing really quickly there. But this boost, what it does is whatever business you boost, it will stay like that for a full 24 hours. 24 hours of real time. So it is not going to go away until 24 hours later, and then it resets, and then you're going to have to choose another business. This just came out, so I wasn't able to do it on any other business. I only did it on the cocaine business. But I'll also show you the bunker business, which my friend did a little bit later. But normally, for the cocaine business produces 10 cocaine crates in total, and each cocaine crate takes about 30 minutes to produce. I put this on a stopwatch. Instead of it taking 30 minutes to produce, it now takes 10 minutes to produce. So 1/3 of the time. And that's not just for the cocaine business. That is for all of the businesses. So if you choose bunker is going to produce your supplies in 1/3 of the time. You choose meth, it is going to produce in 1/3 of the time. You choose acid, it is going to produce in 1/3 of the time. And the good news is that you can sell that business multiple times with that boost. So I sold the cocaine business 2 times when I was recording this. So I let it fully produce with the boost once. It took me about an hour and 40 minutes for the cocaine to actually fully produce. So in 1/3 of the time. Normally 5 hours, now it took an hour and 40 minutes. And I was actually able to sell it twice in the exact same day. And when I was actually trying to sell it a 3rd time, it was actually taking about 10 minutes per each crate to produce again. The bad news is that you're stuck like this for 24 hours on that specific business. But if you choose a good business, it's fine because you can just keep selling that business repeatedly. Again, you can sell the same business in 3 times the time that it would take to sell that business normally. And take a look at this. 10 minutes have passed. See, cocaine crate has been produced. Now what we're doing is we're moving on to the bunker business. So because I was stuck on that for 24 hours, I couldn't choose any other business. I had another friend of mine, Eugene. Eugene actually chose the bunker to produce, and I want to thank Eugene for showing me this gameplay right here. As you guys saw, a unit was just produced, and this clip is not fast forwarded. This clip is just regular speed right here, and a bunker unit specifically takes about 7 minutes. So each unit in the bunker takes about 7 minutes to produce. The bunker takes 12 hours in total to produce. That's if you have a continuous supply batch, that is. Now, about this, because it's down to 1/3 of the time, instead of taking 7 minutes to produce 1 unit, it now takes 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So every 2 minutes and 20 seconds, it will produce a unit, and instead of producing in 12 hours, the bunker will now produce in exactly 4 hours. And my friend, he actually sold his bunker, and then he was actually doing it a second time, starting to fill up his business because he just sold it here. And again, he still had that boost on. So I believe that that boost lasts for the whole 24 hours because I've been playing the whole day. I was playing after 7 hours after using the boost, and my cocaine business still had the boost even after I sold it twice. So this is extremely effective. If you choose a good business, like the bunker, for example, you can sell 2 bunkers in a day. If you're playing, for example, like 8 hours, you can sell 2 bunkers in a day and make a few $1,000,000 from that because this will just constantly keep producing. But what I recommend you do is I recommend that you constantly buy supplies because the supplies are actually also going to drain faster because it's actually producing, 66% faster right now. So I would recommend just buy supplies every, 40, 45 minutes, like around there. Maybe you could even do it every 30 minutes. But buy supplies right around there and you'll be fine and just let it continuously keep producing. But right here, it is going to go to it in a moment. Let's just see right here. We should be on 2 minutes and 20 seconds in a moment on this clip. I know I'm taking my time with this a little bit here, but I just want to show you guys that it took about a third. So right now it should be producing here. 2 minutes and 20 seconds is about to hit right now. And just watch that number. And there we go. Another unit was produced. It just increased in value. So again, it produces that business that you're choosing it makes it go 66% faster. So it'll produce 1/3 of the rate that it normally produces. So in the time that it takes, it'll be 1/3 of that time that it normally takes to fully produce. Okay, and here we're testing the Acid Lab. I want to thank my friend WRV for helping me with this. And so see right there, it just turned from 115 to 117,000. The Acid Lab is boosted on his end. He boosted it for his game. The Acid Lab produces a single unit every 90 seconds. So every 90 seconds it produces a unit, but with this boost, because it's going to be a third at a time, every 30 seconds instead of every 90 seconds, which is going to help a lot. And it's 160 units in total. So produce a unit every 30 seconds, produce it much more fast. And right here you see 30 seconds are about to pass instead of 90 seconds right there at 119,000. But here's the thing. We also wanted to test the extra boost on the Acid Lab. So the Acid Lab has its own unique boost. And how this works is it works for one real life day. You can only do it once every real life day. Similar to how we have the boost from this new update. And what it would normally do is it would cut the time from 90 seconds for every unit to 45 seconds per each unit. And that would work like that for 45 minutes. But now with this, if you increase it with both of the boost, the mansion boost and now this extra boost, it'll produce a unit every 15 seconds. But that's only for 45 minutes. So just remember that. It'll only work like that for 45 minutes. But see that right there, 125,000. And now we just wait another 15 seconds. It'll produce even more here. And so, with the Acid Lab, if you really get into it, yeah, you can sell a bunch. But you can only do this special boost from the Acid Lab. That you can only do once on a specific shipment for 45 minutes. That's it. But the mansion boost basically lasts the entire day. And so right there, another one was produced. 15 seconds had just passed. And we'll just wait another 15 seconds. And right here, it is about to produce another one. Right there, done. So again, thank you WRV for helping me with this and showing me the Acid Lab and how much it produces. And here really quick, just want to show you the payouts on these businesses. Document forgery, 157,500. We're just showing the payouts for selling the farther distance. Weed, $425,280. Counterfeit cash, $496,140. Meth has actually had changes. Meth has actually increased in value. I want to thank my friend Carlos for telling me about this. I didn't even notice this, but meth has actually increased. It's now $892,500. So meth actually might be worth putting it into because meth was the business that took the longest to produce, about 6 hours out of all the MC businesses, but now it'll produce in 2 hours of time. And we have here cocaine business. Cocaine business is producing $472,500. And then bunker, $1,050,000. And Acid Lab at $351,840. Now here's the big question. The question is, which business should you boost specifically here? I'm going to say right off the bat, don't boost document forgery, don't boost weed, don't boost counterfeit cash. If you're going to boost a business, and don't boost cocaine either. If you are going to boost a business, boost this specifically. Boost meth, bunker, or Acid Lab. The reason these three, because meth is now worth more money. I don't know if this is like a 1 week event where it's double money, but I suspect that it was just increased in value because it takes the most amount of time to produce out of the MC businesses. Meth at 892,500, you can sell that every 2 hours. You have to buy 2.5 batches of supply, so remember that too. So you have to put some money into it, but you can get a lot of money back. And the bunker, 1,050,000, a 4 hours boost. And you also have the Acid Lab, and the Acid Lab that you can sell solo, as I'm doing here. And I know some people might be thinking, why should I sell the bunker if it's 4 hours, but meth will be in 2 hours with the boost in 892,000, because it's about the bonus. You can get a bonus back. You get 2.5% up to 20 times back. So you can actually get a high demand bonus. And I'm selling the Acid Lab here. Some people might go for that specifically because the Acid Lab, you can just sell it solo. Acid Lab is the most friendly solo business to sell out of all of these. So if you don't want to rely on the team, because the other ones are going to have multiple delivery vehicles, you're going to have to remember that. Now you could sell these in a solo session, but you won't get as much of a bonus back. If you sell it in a populated lobby, get that 2.5 bonus per player, as I'm doing right here. We're selling that, Acid Lab, and just take a look at what we got when we sold the Acid Lab right here. See that? $527,740. So we got a pretty nice bonus. And about the Acid Lab, you can just sell it as CEO, activate Ghost Organization for $12,000. You got a 3-minute window. Nobody can see you on the map. And if somebody does try to blow you up, just close your app. You lose like 10% of your product, but you can basically just try again. So if you're going to sell one, I highly recommend to sell those three. Meth, Acid Lab, or Bunker. But let me actually show you guys the calculations here. Okay, now here's our calculations at the very end, and you guys can screenshot this, take a picture, feel free to do that. It should help you out a lot in the future. But this first chart, this shows you the per unit production. So document forgery, 1 unit takes 3 minutes usually. But with the boost, it's going to be one minute now, the mansion boost. With weed, it's 4 minutes regular time for a single unit. Now it's going to be 1 minute and 20 seconds for each unit with the boost. Counterfeit cash, 8 minutes regular for a single unit, but now 2 minutes and 40 seconds with the boost. Meth, 18 minutes regular for 1 unit, 6 minutes now with the boost. Cocaine, 30 minutes regular, 10 minutes with the boost. Bunker, 7 minutes regular, 2 minutes and 20 seconds with the boost. Acid Lab, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 90 seconds regular, but 30 seconds with the boost, and 15 seconds with that extra boost. So it will produce a unit every 15 seconds, but that's only for 45 minutes. So make sure to take advantage of that if you choose to do the Acid Lab. Now, this is the total time production. The document forgery, it is 60 units in total. It takes 3 hours normally to produce, 1 hour with the boost, $157,500. Don't boost the document forgery. You can still buy supplies and sell it, but don't do the mansion boost with it. Weed, 80 units. Takes 5 hours and 36 minutes normally, but with the boost for the mansion, 1 hour and 51 minutes, and it sells for $425,280. Again, don't do the weed business. You can buy supplies for it and sell it. It's a great business to sell buying supplies, but just don't do the mansion boost. Counterfeit cash, it's the same stats as the weed, 40 units instead, but it's 5 hours and 36 minutes, same time. Normally 5 hours 36 minutes, but then 1 hour and 51 minutes with the boost. $496,140. Great business to buy supplies for, but don't boost this one either. Meth, this is the first business that you might consider boosting. 20 units, 6 hours normally to produce. Now it's 2 hours with the boost, and it sells for $892,500, so it gets an increase. And cocaine, it's 10 units, and that takes normally 5 hours, but now with the boost, an hour and 40 minutes, and would sell for around $525,000. That's how much I was selling it for. And when I sold it for $525,000. I don't know why the game was saying like $472,000. I'm not sure if that number is glitched, but around there, $525,000. That is the correct amount. Bunker, it's 100 units. This is another one that you might consider doing the boost. Is 12 hours normally, but now 4 hours of the boost. $1,050,000 that sells for. Acid Lab, it's 160 units. It's 4 hours normally, but now an hour and 20 minutes with the boost, $351,840. And it would be much more complicated to do the calculations with that extra boost from the Acid Lab. But if you do that extra boost, you could probably get this down, I'd say to an hour around there because of that extra boost. But yeah, remember, Acid Lab, Meth, and Bunker. Acid Lab, it's great for solo player. If you're a solo player, do strictly solo, probably Acid Lab. But if you play with a team, Meth and Bunker might be the better one to use. But thank you guys for watching. Again, screenshot these might help you. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do drop a like. It does help me to make more content like this. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.